The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. And hello there, my darlings. How are you this evening? I am so happy to see you. It has been stormy and rainy and yucky and all kinds of little things I need to fix. I've been trying to fix my camera. You can see it kind of shows a little bit of green screen and yeah, see like there. Hello. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. That's even better. Okay. I hope everyone is well tonight. We've got a show, and I'm probably going to have to excuse myself for probably 5 minutes and about 30 minutes because Ian is getting a little bit of DoorDash. So, pardon me, and I'm the closest one to the door, and he is also live, I guess, in gaming. Who knows? It's a tag team situation here. And you know what else I thought? 4 months from today, Halloween. 4 months from today. Are you ready? Because I am. Today I was wanting to get out my black polish and do all the things, you know. But anyway, not yet. Not yet. But I have to decide what I'm going to be this year and dress up for you guys, because last year, if you missed it, if you're new to this channel, last year, I was Tippi Hedren from the Birds, and I had birds in my hair. I had a blonde wig on. I had all kinds of goodies. It was just going crazy. But that was a lot of fun. I would like to welcome True Oracle to the stream. Thank you so much, my darlings, for being here. And they have moved Halloween. It's the 31st. Yes. The 31st should be on a Saturday night, and we're here for it. Let me check just to make sure. Let me make sure. I might be a week off, but let me make sure. Yeah, it's on a Saturday night, whenever it is. 4 months and 1 week, probably, sort of, kind of. Anyway, whatever the date may be. But, and I'll tell you what, I missed you for Help I'm Haunted. I got a great story that's going to be, and we got to make it up because so who knows? It may be coming sooner than what you think. Yeah, it's the 20th. And Halloween is October 31st, which is on a Saturday night. So there we go, my darlings. Anyway, welcome, True Oracle. Welcome to everyone coming in. And especially welcome to my beautiful mods. Thank you for being here. They always have my back, and I want you to know that they will have yours too. So if you ever experience any little thing going on, all you have to do is go for it. So there we go. So anyway, let me see here. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So tonight we're going to be remote viewing Nancy's house. Now, for me personally, because I read on things and I haven't read, but I think there's some things going on with Cameron. I'm not sure. And I want to remind everyone, first of all, that people are innocent until proven guilty. Please do not put full names in the comments because the mods will remove your comment if you do. You can put initials if that's okay, but we got to keep the algorithm right. Okay, so there we go. And then all is well. And yes, did everybody brush your teeth? You know, all I got to say to those people is your mother. Your mother. What a mess that is in Massachusetts, right? My goodness, we have a birthday. Zelda, tomorrow's my birthday. Will you sing for me? Of course. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joni. Happy birthday to you. And many more. There you go, my darling. Happy birthday. You deserve it. There you go. Happy birthday. Let me get through these comments real quick. Hello, my darlings. Glad you're so here. But I have a question. And you know what? We do need to be playing Dark Shadows trivia once again. Wow. Listen, this camera is washing me out so much. I put a ton of blush on tonight. And hello. Here's Zelda in her makeup. Not. So anyway, also, I just want to say that Mr. Sweeney, if you are here, I want to welcome you to this channel and I want to thank you for being here. I am sorry I did not see you last Saturday, but you are more than welcome here anytime. And I'm honored that you would step in and say hello to everyone. So let me see. Let me catch up. Thank you so much. Okay, good. Well, good. Thank you so much. All right. Now, I have a question for those who really know the Nancy Guthrie case. I do believe that I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you guys as well. I'm going to ask you. And that is, do you know if Arizona, any type of law enforcement, used any type of GPR? I know they use sniffers. What is a GPR? A GPR is a high-frequency ground penetrating radar. It is a mouthful, but it's what they do. It's how they do this. It's a sonar that they can look in heavy deposits of concrete, hardened layers of calcium through hardened terrain. They've got sensors and software, and they've got all kinds of different things. They use them in historical burials. They use them, but they also use them for missing persons. They can also use an acoustic sound leak and sound detector. That means if she has her pacemaker on her, have they done that? No. They also have such a thing that's called integrated border and search technologies. That is like operations that overlap between Mexico and the US. They have high border tech surveillance systems, and they test them in the desert fields right outside of Tucson. And they are done by the University of Arizona researchers. And what these things do is they send off laser pulses through buried fiber optic cables. And it works through, guess what, a microphone system and can detect specific vibrations, including people walking, actively digging underground, running, even things like watches. They are very, very sensitive. So I don't believe the pacemaker was removed at all, because that would have taken some things to do. These people weren't going to take the time to do that. Remember, they were there for a reason, not to perform surgery. So that is my question. And if they have not, if 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 they've not used that, my question is, why? Why have they not? Are they not trying to find her? Oh, Zelda, be careful. That is my question. Why is it becoming such a difficult thing? Because it's not like the technology isn't there. I'm wondering what has happened that they don't. I'm wondering what is happening that none of this, because believe me, if this technology, look, I'm just going to say this. I'm not accusing anybody, but I'm going to say this. If this were my mother, your mother, if this was my mother and she was missing, or any one of my family members, or any one of friends, I would be tilling the earth. I would be scorching and fighting. And it just seems like, does it seem like to you guys that we are the only ones that are keeping this, her name out there, things going? Now, I'm sure I'm not cutting, there are really, really good law enforcement agents, there's really good feds. But my question is, has life just moved on? Has life moved on? And listen, this whole thing of seeing these lights in Nancy's home, that is what spurred me. Spurred me? I guess that, yeah, hello. That's what nudged me. Thank you, Patrice. That's what nudged me to continue to do this, because that house knows what's going on. And I believe Cameron has his suspicions. That's my opinion. I'm not saying, I don't know. I didn't talk with him. Many people have shared with me that there are some family members that are just really not nice. And that was before Nancy went missing. Not just one. I have a handful of people that know. And I'm not going to say whatever because, but we're the only ones keeping it out here. And everybody can say what they need to say. But, we have a few YouTubers that are rolling out there. And listen, I understand that these big news outlets, they have other things that they need to pay attention to, like Bunny and Jelly Roll getting divorced. Important things. And that's where, hold on, my darlings. I'm in the middle of my rant, and my son is like, "Mom's my food here." So anyway, I'm back to the pulpit that I'm because listen, I if ever I have ever worked with law enforcement, it's because the family has asked. And there are a handful of times that someone that is brave in law enforcement, and I say that for a reason, because law enforcement most definitely sometimes sort of kind of maybe doesn't like psychics, but I understand why. Because I do know for a fact that sometimes there are those. Oh, hello, what I just do? Hello, let's celebrate. There are sometimes there are those that, or see how I can phrase, that will reach out and say, don't tell anybody else in my department that I called you. Or they'll have somebody that knows somebody that calls me and they're on the line so it cannot be traced. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I understand it. Because sometimes some of these people get way out there. And I mean, I've heard some of these call in people, listen, I just know. We're this short of having some of these people that are so intuitive saying that the Greys have dropped down from ufology and picked up Nancy and went on because she had some state secrets that belonged to your what? I think it's very simple. She was taken and nobody's looking. That's what it feels like. Now, maybe they are looking. And I know the neighbors, I'm seeing this. I know the neighbors are sus about this. Now, and if you neighbors are watching, I'm going to bring up a point to you. If one of you were missing, would you not want one of these people looking for you, raising awareness, raising concern? Oh, I dare think you would be. I dare think you should. Not only that, how many times, and some in the past, law enforcement who, to little Zelda and all the other ones, and yet if something happens to their family or to those who feel that there was something that happened, and that they believe that, well, me and some of the rest of us are going to the hot place. I've seen this too, where they turn around and something happens and all of a sudden it's like, oh God, don't tell me. Don't tell, because I don't want the pastor finding out that I talked to you. Well, good. Now that I'm washed in the blood of the Lamb, I'm happy to help you. So I'm just, and here's the thing. I'm in such a place now with this whole thing. If we go back, not back to the troglodytes, but you know what I'm saying, back. And we think about this when this first came out, when Savannah was making statements, she was the first one who said, hi, criminal sociology. She was the first one who said, she said that Cameron said it's because of you, Savannah. Oh. And if you want to know the truth, I don't think that statement went down very well. I think it went down like a lead balloon. Because there's nothing worse than your brother being right when you don't want him to be. Hot Cheeto girl, right? Your mother, right? And I get it. I get it. So there's a lot of things here that, hello, my darlings, each and every one. I love the fact that you're coming in. We have so many people in here tonight. I just love it. Please do me a favor and see that right there? That has DNA on it. If you could just put it on your like button, I won't know your DNA, but you'll know it. Just put it on your like button and then just give that little subscribe button a little bump and say your mother while you're doing it. Tell this hot Cheeto girl, no, the baked Cheeto girl, that you love her. I there are a lot of resources that I don't understand why they didn't have. As in, why didn't they let the Cajun Navy come in? Why didn't they like the dogs? Listen, at one time, and I'm still kind of on the fence about it, but at one time, I really, really thought about having a cadaver dog. But I don't want the Malinois and the German. I want the Labrador type because their demeanor is so bloody sweet. They are just, and there's one, pardon me, there's one cadaver dog that I knew of that she was just a doll, sweetheart, that found that one lady in Virginia. She was from the Civil War, but she went down 16 feet. They brought dogs in for a very, very short period of time. And yet, hello, we have people walking all over the crime scene. And I said initially, look, Nancy has something blue. She was wearing something blue. And what does a reporter find? Oh, hello, right. What does a reporter find? That there's a blue garment of Nancy's outside. And they said, oh, somebody was using it for the dogs. Really, where were the dogs? And who were the handlers? And why uh, 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 okay. Okay. My friends have labs, and they are the funniest little angels you would ever suspect. And I actually got in trouble the day that cadaver, and she was there, because that was a whole thing, and that's a Help I'm Haunted series thing. I told that story. We won't do it now. But that dog wouldn't leave me alone, and I wouldn't leave that dog alone. And that handler got mad at me and told me that I was disrupting things. And I was. I was. I didn't mean to. But she was just so daggone sweet and loved to hug. And don't you just love a dog that just wiggles so much when they see you and just, oh my gosh, right? But she was a doll, and she would be the only one. She'd be the only that would be the only type of dog that I would want, because there are so many people that can't afford that service. Now hold tight, my darlings, because the dasher is at the door, and I'll be right back. Hello again. Hello, hello. I'm so sorry. I'm back. Hello. Of all the cases that I've worked on for missing people, I've been in unsolved situations where somebody has got their ticket to the upper room. You know what I mean? But this is the first one that has just really perplexed me because there's so many moving parts. And am I allowed to say a little bit? I think I will. And I'm just going to touch on this a little bit. But I kind of think that it's a little on the political side. No, I'm not saying anybody has anything to do with it politically. I'm just saying with whom is involved, there's some, perhaps a few little politics. And I'm just not. So I'm not saying any big people. I'm just saying it just kind of, there's something off. There's something different. And the more that we continue to go on and we go on, the more I'm convinced. And some of you, you know who you are, have called me personally on the line and basically have said, Zelda, I know this, or Zelda, I know that. Have you called the authorities? Yes. What do they say? No, thank you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Sometimes things are just messed up. There's another case that happened in Utah. We're not even going to go there. That case is messed up too. And now I'm looking forward to going to this plea hearing. July. Well, I'm not going to be there. Hello. Maybe in spirit. This plea hearing, July 2nd, where this dude is going to be changing his plea from not guilty to, yeah, I'm sus and I have some information and I'm singing like a bird. So I'm going to tell you everything there is. And I want some type of a deal, which is sort of kind of like a proffer, a queen for the day. That's what it's called. A queen for the day letter, sort of, kind of. Could be a king for the day, whatever the case may be. But pretty much, if you get one of those, you better well start singing. And I don't mean in the rain. You better, because you pretty much get immunity. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not law enforcement, but I do know sort of kind of how these things work. And pretty much the Bitcoin guy, the ransom guy, that if you get a proffer, you're pretty much told, look, you tell us everything you know, but if we catch you in a lie, and if we catch you telling some things that aren't really the truth, then we'll nab you and things will be worse on you. There's no way out for this guy. He's going to get something. I don't want anybody to think he's going to walk because I don't believe he is. Okay? I just don't believe he is. He's going to get something, though. So, yeah, new info's tomorrow night. So, look, remember, no names in the comments, please. No names in the comments, initials only. Because we just, he's I don't know how they call that, but he's changed his plea. Maybe it's no contest. I don't know. Maybe it's guilty. I don't know. But whatever it is, he's changing it from not guilty, and they have agreed on a plea deal, and he has to go in front of the judge now legally and change that. So, yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, my darlings. I just want you to know, and I've seen this happen too. A prosecutor and a defense attorney, or whomever the case may be, can agree, look, we're going to give you this and we're going to do this if you sing like a little canary. And I have seen judges, they get to the plea hearing, And I've seen judges change that plea, and I've seen them actually turn it down. So it ain't signed and sealed until it's signed and sealed. And it's not, it's the feds. It's the feds that are doing it. But that thing, you know what? Let me try to pull up that district court document that I have. And I'm going to share it with you. And see if we can't. I've got it here. I'm looking for the criminal complaint. Here we are. Let me share this with you. I think this is interesting enough that you're going to want to see this, okay? Hang tight, my darlings. This is the ransom guy, the first guy that came in with the Bitcoin. Hi, Fate and Fortune. That's Mrs. Marie. Everybody say hello. It all comes down to the judge. The judge, order in the court, order in the court. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Order in the court. Here come the judge. Right? Let me share this with you, though, because I think this is interesting. Because this gives us a few little details on this that I think, and this is from the feds. Let me see if I've got this on here now. Yeah, I do. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for you. I hope you can see it. That's about as big. Well, maybe I can make it a little bigger. Let me see. Because I want you to read. Oh, yes. Hello, Zelda. You've done something wonderful. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to read this to you, and I'm going to point out some things. And I can't make marks on it or anything like that. I wish I could, because my browser doesn't. Maybe they don't accept this. Let me see. Oh, they do. Hello. Okay, here we are, my darlings. Don't know if you can see this or not. I want to make sure that you can all see it. Let me move myself. Well, let me remove myself. I think you can. You can't hear me. Zelda. Dork. Okay, so you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything, okay? I'm back. You can hear me now, okay? I took myself away, so you can hear me now. Don't reboot. It's hello. I can tell the future, but yeah. Okay. Here we are. This is the important part anyway. I hope you can see it. I don't think I can make it any bigger. See, I'm so glad I checked on you. I'm going to see if I can make it a little bigger here. Yeah, I think I can. All right. So here's talks about the criminal complaint and now we get into the meat and potatoes. This is all the US code and all the violation titles and so on and so forth. Now, keep in mind, I am not a lawyer. All right? I am not law enforcement. I'm reading you a public document and I'm not giving you advice and I'm just commenting, which I usually do anyway. So it doesn't matter if it's here in front of me or not. You're going to get what I think. The disappearance of NG Nancy Guthrie was last seen inside her residence. How do we know? You see, my darlings, you want to see that? Was last seen inside her residence in, Catalina Foothills. In Arizona on January 31st of 2026. How do they know she was last seen inside her residence? Question mark. Nancy Guthrie is an 84-year-old woman with mobility issues. So they believe that already. That likely preclude her from walking long distance without being assisted. So she was unassisted is what they're assuming and presuming in this complaint. On the wee hours of the morn, on February 1st of 2026, a friend of Nancy Guthrie's contacted the victim's family and notified them that Nancy Guthrie had not attended church that morning. At approximately noon, timeline type, on February 1st of 2026, Nancy Guthrie's family entered her residence and determined that she was missing. Now, I'm just going to get real smart, and this is my opinion. They determined that she was missing. Could it have been that she was not there? Or was it that rocket scientist school was full that day and they opened the door, didn't find her for another 56 minutes? Anyway, the family entered her residence and determined that she was missing and reported her disappearance to law enforcement. I want to know what time. Here is a question mark. What time did that happen? Law enforcement arrived shortly thereafter and determined that Nancy Guthrie had left basic essentials inside her home, including her wallet, her car, her cell phone, a hearing aid, and medication. Nancy Guthrie's this stuff was found on the outside of her residence near the porch. Now, pardon me, iced coffee. On February 2nd, KOLD, a CBS affiliate in Tucson, Arizona, received a ransom demand via their tip line portal, their online tip portal, my mistake. The demand listed a Bitcoin wallet address to receive the ransom payment. Now, hang in there, my darlings, because it's getting good. On February 4th, 2026, Nancy Guthrie's family published a video asking Nancy Guthrie's kidnappers to contact them about their mother. About their mother, because here is another little question mark for you, my darlings, coming up, and you're going to see. On or about February 4th of 2026, shortly after the video was published, you know who these two guys are. That's the daughter and the son-in-law, daughter and son-in-law of Nancy Guthrie, both separately received a text message from the following phone number. They give the last four, which equals to a 3. Did you get the Bitcoin? We are waiting on our end for the transaction. Both of them received these texts while in Arizona. Now, let me back up a second. Is it me, or on February 4th, family published a video asking the kidnappers to contact them about their mother? And then they say, well, they got a text message about their mother and they wanted a Bitcoin. Okay. Law enforcement was able to determine through open source methods, and it's very easy to find that, by the way, was associated with a voice over internet protocol, voice over IP, most likely Google Voice. That's my interpretation. That's not a part of this, just so you know. That's my thought. A protocol voice over IP, which means it's not a regular phone number. It is one connected to, if you use voice over IP with Google, it is connected to a Google Gmail account. The call application that allows users to obtain another phone number from their mobile device separate from the number assigned to them by their wireless carrier. And also, well, maybe that was through their wireless, but it's also through Gmail if you use a Gmail. Okay. Law enforcement submitted an emergency disclosure request for the 0552 number based on records provided. Now, I'm not seeing your chat right now. I just want you to know because I'm reading this, and I'll come back to you. The following email address, we will never know because it's been redacted. The records also indicated that 0552 number has been assessed from the following IP address. There you go. A 103 IP address at approximately 6:02 p.m. on February 4th of 2026. Let's back up a second. So we've got a time there of 6:02. Up here, they're saying noon is when the family finally determined that she was missing. It was noon. Then at 6:02, they got this either text or calls from this IP address, this number at 6:02 on the 4th. Law enforcement submitted an emergency disclosure request to internet provider for the 103 IP address. Yeah, okay. And determined that it was associated with Camellia, not to be mistaken for Plea, all right, residents in California. After Miranda warnings, Camellia or Plea admitted to sending the two texts. He admitted to using the voice over IP account from which two actual text messages came. Camellia stated that he pulled family information from a cyber website and that he had been following along and watching TV. When he said that he sent text message, he was trying to see if the family would respond. Data received shows that approximately 3 minutes after the text messages, Camellia called a family member of Nancy Guthries, which lasted 9 seconds. Which family member? The two text messages have not been linked to the February 2nd ransom demand. And this is from the FBI, signed by the magistrate judge on the 5th. Now, my darlings, I'm going to stop sharing this for a second. This is very sus to me. This is very sus. We've got text messages, we've got a phone call, and then a 9-second phone call. And I'm going to say it again, and I've said it before. 9 seconds. You can pretty much say, Look, I'm waiting outside in the McDonald's parking lot. See you when you get here. That's less than 9 seconds. Make sure you don't have anybody tail you when you get here. Less than 9 seconds. But which family member did he call? There's just some timing here. There's just some things that I don't like. And it is extremely sus. And the more we go on with this, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And I can tell you, though, right now, most likely the feds are playing it cool. And from now until July 2nd, be watchmen. Watch who is roaming around and going around. Watch. Be watchmen. Because usually during these times, people get nervous. Does anybody want to leave the country? Go to Vietnam like Donna Adelson, right? Hello. Does anybody want to make some big moves? Does anybody look differently? These for me now, these for me are all little signs, because human nature, people get nervous. Uh-oh, what is Derek going to say? He's changing a plea deal. He knows something. Did somebody say something to him? Why would he call if he texts? What? Ugh. Look, I want you to know something. Many people ask. Many people ask me, "Oh, why would family member do it?" I'm going to tell you what. The sickening fact is that most family members do things. That's why you look at family members first, especially when there's a little do-re-mi involved. That's why. And then the regret happens. And then there's a problem. And then it just becomes, but here's my things, okay? Here's my biggest thing. I cannot, in my heart of hearts, based on everything that I know and everything that I've seen and the documents that I've seen, I do not believe that Nancy was a target financially. Never. Not because there were internet searches that came from Grand Junction, Colorado, and Tucson. 100% from Grand Junction, Colorado. What? This happened in December and in January. Looking for images, looking for address, looking for possibly house perimeter. 12 hours away from Tucson. Yes, Italy extradites. And that is my situation here, because nobody can give me a reason, and for me, nobody can give me a reason why she would become a target when there's many other ones. It's not. Here's the thing. Yes, I saw everything. So I know there's people out there that don't agree with my theory. And that's okay too, because that's what makes the world go around. That's what makes everybody think. That's what makes you put up the cork board. Right? That's where the cork board comes in. And you start thinking about things. You see? I got a little cork board too. I'm going to leave it up there. That's what makes you think about things and the crux of things. And you kind of be thinking that if you ever came to my office, you just might see a few little things like this. We're going to leave that up. There are a few people out there that agree, but it's not about if I'm right or wrong. My problem is why? And why aren't they looking for her egregiously like we're, people seem to be getting, people seem to be going after these people that want to keep her name out there, charging them. Some of these YouTube arrests, they're disgusting. I mean, the people aren't doing anything, and then they're not really telling the truth. Oh, hello. Hello. Civil rights attorney? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell Pima County get their checkbook out. Okay, I'll do that. Thank you so much. There's bits and pieces here that I'm having such a hard time with. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the latest is. So let's do this. For anybody that needs to take a little break, take one. I think they did a little baby search. They did a they did this little thing of a grid search, maybe sort of, kind of. And then after that, oh, my phone is heating up. My camera's heating up. Yeah, and streamers are now getting threatened. You want to know, can I just say this? I don't care who you are. If anybody has ever tried this is hard work. For many of you, you can ask my dear friend Mod Jerry, and the other mods know this as well. But this is hard work. This is something to put these together, these live streams, and it's tiresome. And the energy that gets expended and all that. Hold on. You support the vile behavior that certain streamers exhibit out there, harassing an old lady who actually lives out there. Did I say that? Did I say that? I don't think so. Behave. What I'm just going to basically say is there are people out there that are trying to keep her alive. Keep it going. And yet, I don't believe in harassing anyone. I think if you watch this channel, you pretty much know that, unless you've dropped in from a different planet somewhere. But what I believe in is everybody has a constitutional right. It's the Second Amendment. Whether anybody likes it or not. If you don't like what somebody says, don't just put them in jail. Don't make up crap and to go out and arrest people. Don't make things up. I don't care who they are. They could be the worst person on earth and they still have a right to due process and a constitutional right. That's why we are in America, and I plan on staying here. And here's the thing, a grifter, when you're doing this, this is really a job. I don't like to say that. I've had people call me grifters, and I don't like to say it. I don't like that. There are some people that are out there that are causing themselves issues. They're causing themselves issues. Like some of these neighbors going up and harassing these. I've seen that too. So let's not get into that. We're not here to debate the neighbors of Nancy Guthrie. We are here to support anybody who's trying to go out there. I don't support anybody harassing neighbors or anything else, but bloody well, this is hard work. And that old woman, could have kept in her bloody lane. I've seen this. I'm not totally dense. I've seen them. I've seen them. But when you threaten to charge someone for driving down the street or stopping and trying to make a difference, I have an issue with that. I have an issue. So you know, listen, get me fired up, because I am peaceful when it comes in here. I want people to feel safe and that they can say things that are, you don't have to agree with me, but be kind and don't be rude. If you want victimology and if you want a platform, get your own channel, because it won't work here. But there's constant, here's the thing now. This case is starting to get a little chilly. It's not cold, but it's starting to get a little chilly. Thank you, Standing Stones. And that bothers me too. Get some of those Cheetos out. Okay. Take a break, everybody. Let's take a breath. Take a break if you need to go get a drink. We're going to get we're going to get I'm going to get set up. I think everything is fine. Everything is cool. Everybody's got their DoorDash. Hi, my darlings. Welcome. Welcome. You know what? I'm going to look at the little beautiful gifts, and then we're going to go and we're going to check out the house energy. How's that? No toxicity here. Your mother wouldn't like it. Get them Cheetos out. All right, here we are. Hello, my darlings. All right, I'm so thankful. I just want you to know how thankful I am. And also, I want, for those of you who watch my other channels and watch the work that I put into a lot of these things, I want to thank you so much, because it is hard work. But I consider that now my job, because I love to bring it to you. I love to do it. So why not share it with you, right? I love that. That doesn't make me a grifter. Maybe it just makes me talented. Maybe it makes me brave, or maybe it makes me dumb. Whatever the case may be, I enjoy it so much. But I want to thank you, because you all came into those videos that I've been posting, and especially on the other channel last night, maybe the night before. God, I don't even know what day it is. You all are wonderful, and I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for your kindness, and all it takes is you coming in and saying, and the veiled threat of, oh, this looks the same. This looks the same. I just want to let you know this looks the same. And Are you just getting started? Cause it's all about me, and if you don't like it, then I'm gonna go unsubscribe. Mm, whatever. Your mother. Here we are. Why did I start that? I don't know. Marcy, thank you, my darling. You have become a YouTube member, and thank you so much. I appreciate you. Look at this, Miss D. Hunter. Welcome all. For 4 months, you've been here, and look how generous you are. Bless you, bless you. Welcome, welcome, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. Where am I? All right, here we are. Hi, Roxy. Have you thought about doing a remote viewing into the car that drove her home? Yes. I'm going to leave all that alone. Thank you so much. But thank you for the 20, Roxy. I appreciate you. Beth, so happy I found your channel during the Karen Reed trials and continue to love your no-nonsense direction. And I'm a little tough sometimes. And authenticity, these remote viewings are an added bonus. You're so kind. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Look at this. We have a new member. Hi there, Vassor Karen. Well, I think you, from the looks of it, are you from maybe a very beautiful place with the tulips? Thank you so much for being here and welcome. Wolf Clan, a member for 3 months. Look at those little babies. Aren't they sweet? Tabitha is a new member. Welcome to you. And Jewel, your generosity is beyond. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you so much. And I'm excited I caught you live. Big hug, Zelda. Big hugs back, my darling. I'm happy you're here, Lisa. Marigold, I look forward to these Saturday nights. I do too. And Patrice, thank you so much for your generosity, my darling, and thinking of me. I appreciate very, very much. Okay. Just finished hot Cheetos with Pax Picard sauce. Oh, that sounds good. Yes, I was going to say, okay. Sometimes, anyway, I think you get it. Would you please do a reading on Elena Catherine Moore case, please? I can add her to the list, and I'm just going to say this. The sad part is that I have a very big list, and there's only one of me, and I want to thank you. Also, I just want you to know that if anyone would like to follow along with the SAM app, it is in the shop and in the psychic shop. It is $10 one-time fee. It's a web app. The other thing is the tarot ebooks. I have to check and see here. If you want to check over to the shop, the tarot ebooks, if you're here, Mrs. Marie, you can tell us what they are. It has left my mind. They are now on sale. They are now on sale. So race over there and pick up your tarot ebook that I wrote. All the books that are in there, I wrote. Now, very good. If you want another ebook, and that is from Lord Greggor, that will be coming because I should have my ISBN numbers this week. We'll talk about that some other time. Cheryl, I don't know what kind of help you need, my darling, on the SAM app. Because you should be able to, if you download it, it should go into a download folder. I don't know if you're using, I don't know if you're using an iPhone or an Android, but you cannot rename it. If you try to rename it, it will not work. So there you go. There we are. I don't know who you're talking about, Gina, but we're not, that has nothing to do with it. And we're not going to say those things. Okay. iPhone. I don't know how to do that on an iPhone, but you should be able to, when you download it, it should go into the a download folder, and when you click on it, you can move it to your home folder, and that you should be able to open it from there. So, just so you know. All right. So let's get started. I want you to know this. Many of you are asking, why don't you look at Annie and Tommaso? Why don't you look in their car? Why don't you look in their house? I'm not going to. I'm not going to. And it's not a good idea. I'm not going to. And I have my opinion on Sebastian Rogers as well. Okay. And Summer Wells. And Jean-Benet Ramsey. All right. Let's get ready. Now, you may see a little glare. I'm not a peeping, and it's very hard, right? And not only that, so, you got to be careful with what you say. Got to be careful with what you do, right? Let me be prepared for this. Yes, I wear my sunglasses at night. And we're going to start off with, where should we start? I don't think we're going to start out with Sam right now. We're going to start out with this other. And it may glare a little bit, so I apologize, okay? I can't really see the chat. Mods, if you need me, make a big sound in the chat, okay? And let's bring that to the table. Here we are. I think you can see this. We're asking for the energy of Nancy Guthries Home. I especially want to see about the lights. I want to make it something very clear. I do not call in spirits or entities, medicine. Okay. So we've got the house. But I do not call in spirits or entities because they can, whatever it is that people talk to can lie. We're talking to the energy. This is based on binary energy and how it comes into these, it can form words, and that's how I made my SAM app. So if you have the SAM app and you try to call in an entity, rate us not now. Thank you. Oh, there's something coming in. If you try to call in an entity, I can't be responsible for that. I won't be. Basement. We're not still hanging with Officer John here. We need to clear that energy. If that's so, we'll get to you next time. I want to talk to the energy of Nancy Guthries Home. If you could, I'd like to respectfully ask if you could invite me in. I would like to see the home. Who was there with the lights? To me, that looked like flashlights. What were those lights? And Nancy Guthries' home the other night? Okay, good thing is I do not see I don't see any more shadow figures. So it looks like they're gone. Tell me, home, tell me what is happening now. No, no. What do you not want to tell me, or the shadows are no longer there? Might be a little behind. I'm going quickly. Respectfully, I'm asking for the energy of Nancy Guthries Home and the surrounding property. Can we take a look at the guest house? Can we look over the roof? Divorce. Who is getting divorced? I'm seeing a question that I think I wanted to address in the chat real fast. May I ask a question? Why did the big guy at the even call Svank about her mom? Or maybe it was said to the media, but nonetheless, big guy in the white stuck his nose into it. Why? Well, first of all, I think we need to be a little respectful. Secondly, that's part of the political part that I believe that I was talking about earlier, because there were some things simultaneously happening from when everything was happening and going on. And plus, I believe that Mark Kelly was called, and I believe most likely he made a few phone calls. But that's why I feel that there is a connection. Not that the big guy is connected to the epi, but because at that particular time there were some files that had and were being released, and including some congressional hearings that involved some other people that were talking about things. And that's why I have always believed that there is, it is a disaster, isn't it? That's why I believed, and I'm choosing my words carefully. So I believe that he offered services, he offered FBI, but you see, there's a question. There are other people missing too. And that's what makes me feel that there was a connection to the island guy and to this whole mess. Because why would he be called in? Why would he be called in? Well, what was it, 3 days after? And for me, this started back in 2019 after an interview on NBC. That's, for me, where this whole thing started. So I think we can't just grab this particular moment. I think we have to go back and look at the whole big picture. Well, I know, but we can't talk about them. We're not talking about the missing scientist right now. We're just talking about Nancy. This whole thing, yeah, we just have to read between the lines, because this whole thing gets very deep. There were documents that were released and other people that may be connected. Participation, you see. Be wary, yes, of what's happened. There's a problem. And do I believe somebody may still be around because we were not shown the complete floor plan of a cell? Yes. 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 You see, the house is telling us we need to be wary. We need to be thinking. Because this is much bigger. This totally is so much bigger than just somebody was mad at Savannah. People get mad every day. Or Savannah and NBC went to Tucson and they went to there's an exception to this rule. Absolutely. And that Savannah and, that's a good question, Summer. No. Usually it doesn't matter if I'm because I'm pretty much focused on things now. I don't believe it's Savannah, but I believe it's connected, just like her brother told her. That's my opinion. So this is a sticky situation. In fact, I just want to ask something. Hold on a minute. Give me a second, my darlings. I want you to keep this in mind, and I just wanted to verify my facts. This is a fact, and I can say it till January 30th, the Epstein files were released. January 30th, 2 days, 3 days before Nancy went missing. That was the wrong, the big pharma thing, that was not the right Nancy Guthrie. That was not the right Nancy. As a different Nancy Guthrie. So just keep an open mind. And there we go. You're right. No coincidences. Okay, here we are, my darlings. Let me slip back in here. But thanks for asking, because these are tough questions. And it's tougher because I'm kind of limited into what I can say. So for me, it's a motive of revenge. It's a motive. It's not just your typical kidnapping or abduction. And it's because of the way that the investigation went. You see, you have two motives of investigations. One is for abductions and that sort of thing. They're both criminal. But the other side of the coin is when somebody gives when you've got something bigger or you get a ticket to the upper room, then it goes in another direction. Okay, this is not a political channel, and we're not going to get into this. Okay, we're going to talk about these things. So, okay, here we go. We're not going to. All right, I'm going to be pretty hard on this. I'm going to ask my mods if anybody think That's correct. If anybody else puts anything about in the chat, please remove the comments. Thank you. All right. Stop moving. How did things stop? Betty. Who is Betty? Who is Betty? Thank you, Mont. Who is Betty? That's me making a noise. Party. Okay. So there was the party that night that Nancy went to. What happened at the party? Did Nancy make it home? Can you tell us, did Nancy make it home? Who is Betty? There's the party. Okay, so you're fixated on the party, and then you say stop moving. What is that about? Lamb. What is a lamb? What does the lamb have to do with it? Did they eat lamb that night? Was there... What is it about? There's the blood of the lamb. I just mentioned that earlier. Tell us about what your energy wants us to know. Look at the energy, everyone. Is the witch that's causing the lights? Oh wow. Oh wow. Everyone check this out. Curve. Is it the witch that sent the shadows to you? Tell me who's the witch? I'm just going to let it speak, my darlings, okay? So we're just going to let it relax. We're just going to let it speak right now. Because this is the energy we want to speak about, and look at these words and look at the energy. Wow. Oh, no makeup. You better put your glasses back on there, Zell. blimey. Oh my. Why you straight? See, this energy is left in the house and it's looping in the house. Who now sometimes names will come up. It may or may not mean anyone at all. So we're just gonna let this energy flow for a little bit. We're just gonna let the energy come through. Remember what that complaint said. She was last seen in her house. Did anybody catch that? Who knows? Who knows that? Run. Run. Who knows that? Tell us, dear energy of the house, who was the last one who saw her? Did she come home? Did she even make it home? See, I have questions. There's just too much of a gap. And I just want to tell y'all, I love you being here. Thank you for this. Will you let me turn the clock back on the energy just a little bit? Sometimes it gets late. You know, freshly, it's easier. The longer this goes on, the harder sometimes it can be to do an energy remote view. Okay? No names in the chat, please. Do you Ryan? Who is Ryan? Who is Ryan? I'm going to let Central what? Central Arizona? Central what? Central home? Central what can you share with us? I know that some of the energy has been pretty tense. Can you allow me to look back Um, I'd like to look back to see dominant, central dominant. Who's dominant? Who was dominant? Was there someone there dominant to Nancy? Who was that? She did have a party on Friday. That photograph just kind of bothered me. Let's try to focus energy on was it a bill to pay or was it a bill of a name? But let's try to focus on the night of January 31st, Saturday night. Did Nancy come home? Did Nancy come home at all? Throat. Contractor. Was there a contractor around the house? See, I want you to know this. Everything and anything is possible. Anything and anyone can be involved. And when you're looking for someone like this, you have to keep an open mind to a certain thing. I've been shown too much to believe that it's anything else but my theory. But listen, as long as they find Nancy, I'm open to anything. Okay? I'll be the first one to say, well, I'm wrong. Well, I'm wrong. What about the city? Are you talking about the city relate? So you can okay, so does that mean it's a relative or that somebody can relate? It can mean if there was a contractor, and sometimes they'll call people that get hired to take people away, if you know what I mean. Okay, I can relate with you, energy. Share. Let's try to keep focused. Share, if you can, did Nancy come home that night? The night of January 30th. I'm with you. Shipwreck C. I think that's your name. I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. I'm with you. I feel somebody is Barbara, darling, thank you so much for your generosity. Okay. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. You're always so kind. Takes a lot to run a channel. Takes a lot. but I'm here for it. What I have so many questions. I'll tell you that I'm really, because when you're dealing with energy, you can't sometimes just have a conversation because it's based on frequency and vibration and by the binary system. So it really comes down to not paranormal, not spiritual, but to physics. And when asking questions, you kind of have to put yourself on this same page in order to get I want to know what happened on the 30th. I want to know what happened on the 29th of January. Did Nancy have any indication at all? Tip. So was she tipped off? That's kind of funny that while I'm saying that, I want to know, show us what happened on the 30th, on the 29th, wasn't her birthday on the 27th? I want to know what happened on the dates following up to this. So if she was tipped, if she was given a tip, what can you tell us about the tip? Or let's go back to the witch. Let's go back to the witch. You need. Okay. Let's go back to the witch. Tell me who the witch is so I can stand in front of them. I don't mind that energy. I'm fearless when it comes to that. Tell us about the witch. Oh, that was my son laughing. Hello. Not at this, though. Look at the energy when I mention witch, everybody. Look at that. Tell us about the witch. Tell us about that. Quality. ABC. I'm fearless. Where's my lip gloss? When you guys see me on a paranormal hunt, I could be standing in front of the whatever, and I would be, excuse me, I need lip gloss. I need balm. You know, putting your makeup on over the river and through the hood. Tell us, take me to the witch. Take me to the witch. Give me that energy. Did the witch have something to do? Did she assist with the energy? That was brought to do this with Nancy. Let's take it there. Let's go there. I want to know. You brought it up. I'm like that wife. Well, you're the one who said it. What is that energy? My darling, it's not too perfect. But thank you. Okay. I want to do this. Negotiation. Okay. Isn't that funny? Because I'm asking about a witch assisting with and who was negotiating with whomever it would be. Who was negotiating? Were they with a witch? Who was it? Who was it? Inquire if you know, you know. You can find that in the shop, my darlings. See the pendulum? The pendulum. Oh, I'm so sorry. I knocked something over. So they played on emotion. That would make sense. I think things are stalled for a reason. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I don't believe that anybody is in on it. I just believe that this is a very touchy subject. Oh, Lori, thank you, my darling. Lack. Lack of what? Lack of what? What are we lacking here? What are we lacking? Pardon me. Yeah, Roxanne. Theoretically speaking. Oh, do I love you? Energy. Theoretically speaking, decompose, meaning it's breaking down. Is that what you mean? I think I need to add some more stuff on my cork board. I need a bigger cork board. The way we're going here. I can tell there's another word that's about to come out right now. We had some pretty wild energy there for a minute, didn't we? We've been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. People. And I want you to know, if I were watching this, I'm just like anybody else, watching Ghost Adventures or anything else. It's snack. We need a snack. Here comes another word, my darling. We need a lot's going to come out during the finish. People will finish. All right, we're going to give this a rest. I want to try another one. I've got several of these. Some of you haven't seen these yet. Okay? We're going to stop there. Oh, defense. You're welcome, Miss Daisy. It's been a long time since I've seen energy like that. But I've got different ones of these apps, and I want to try it here for a second. Um, I don't think Nancy was 84 years old. I don't think that she was in some clandestine type, you know, man from uncle type stuff. Look at this energy. Look at the energy. I'm going to mute myself because I need to blow my nose. I'll be right back. You watch it. I'm here. Here we go. Oh, are you talking about Kayaya? Kalala? Da 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 da? Um, Barbara, thank you. Mary Ellen, and I'm sorry, I don't accept friend requests on Venmo. And the only reason being is because I've had problems with that before, and it's been told to me not to do that. So it's don't take it as we do need peach pie. Tammy, we do need peach. Look at you, you adorable baby. We do need peach pie. I'm going to give you my great grandmother's peach pie recipe. It is different, but it is so scrumptious, and I don't make it. Do you know why? Because I'll eat it. I'll sit down and eat them. And I cannot. I don't see Nancy getting into any. She just wanted to live her life. What? Wait. My camera seems like it's frozen. Hold on. It said swim there for a minute. It said swim. But look at the flowers. I'll post her recipe. I'll make it because A, I'm in the mood. Is this the flowers outside? It's funny because when I say, "Oh, I'm going to try another one," then it starts piping up. Is this the flowers that you had um, in front of you? I got this claw is getting into my head. And look, hello. Who needs Halloween when we have it right here? All right. See, I don't know. The things that, I don't know. Confront. I want to confront the witch. Tell me who the witch is. I want to confront the witch. I know this whole thing with the neighbors. I hope they're watching because if you were my neighbor, I'm just saying, don't ever tick off a psychic. Oh, Ruby, get better, my darling. Peach pie. It's peach pie, not cobbler. It's peach pie. No, it ain't no Yankee term. It is peach pie. My grandmother was the same way. Temple. Okay, so that kind of tells me about the witch. So I love listen, anything peach. Peach tea. There's a convenience store in Tennessee, maybe in other areas, is called Weigel's. They have the best peach tea I have ever tasted, to the point where I got in such a bad habit of every time I come home from work, I'd get 2 gallons. And guess what? It would be gone in 2 days, and I'd stop and get 2 gallons more. I'd take it work with me. And no, I love cobbler. I love peach. I love it. Oh, there's our darling Uvu Yaver. Wonder what she does. Hello, my darling. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, he did have a temple on the island. $4.99 a pound for peaches. Okay, I got to put my hair up because it. Do you ever, you know, I don't know what's with the hair these days. I put it up, it's fine. I put it down, it's fine. I take it down, it looks like a cow sucked it, right? Sucked it. There we go. It's going to have to do. I'm not here for hair things. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove this for a minute, and we're going to look at another one of these that I have. And then we're going to look at Sam. Okay? So give me a second. Peach pie is so funny. I've never heard it called that before. I agree. It's good with whatever you call it. Well, it's in a peach. It's peaches in a pie. It's now mine doesn't have a double crust. It's open face peaches that are cut in half, and then it's got a little filling. Oh gosh, it's just so wonderful. All right, let me look at this. I've got to look at this here. I've got several, and I'm going to. Some of them are kind of way out there. Some of them are gifted to me by developers, and I'm just like, no. But let's see. Let me see who's here. Let me see what this is here. So some of these I get from developers. Oh, look at this. Well, we're hanging. Okay. I like peach cobbler too. Listen, anything peach. Let's see what this is. This is called Ghost Talker, and you're going to see. Here we go. Now this talks. I just want you to know, and it's made to talk like Sam talks. Where are the nails? Sometimes I have to clean really deep, and sometimes I want to give my nail beds a rest, and it's very much needed. And so I give them a rest, and then the nails come back on. Here we go. Touch the screen when ready. Now it's going to calibrate, and it's working in the
swear.
Okay. Tell us about Nancy.
Law.
You swear the law what? We're talking with energy. We're not talking with entities here, okay?
Sign. Stay.
Can you tell us about Nancy?
Information. Community.
So information is in the community. And I'm gonna say this out here because I'm not gonna direct it to anybody, but I'm gonna say this. As nosy,
Night.
yes, at night it happened. Because as nosy as some of you neighbors are, why didn't you see this? Why didn't your cameras?
Theory.
Yes, that is my theory.
Secretary.
Yes. Why didn't your cameras pick it up?
Imagine.
Why didn't your cameras pick it up?
Hotel.
So you want to be nosy neighbors. You don't like anybody there.
Picture.
Well,
Respond.
you shouldn't have liked you shouldn't have liked anybody there to get Nancy either, unless you had some type of little thing against her.
Act. Village.
I don't know. I'm not into this one. I'm not into this one. Let's get Sam. Let's get Sam. Give me a second.
Reflection.
Oh, there was some energy. That's my hand there, my darlings. Give me a second.
Revolution.
The revolution.
Let.
Wherever you know. Be the world. Even the mods have answered you, and you keep asking, what's going on? Are we okay? Are we okay? Are we okay? I think so. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This is little Sammy. Now, it might reflect, I have no idea, and I'm so sorry. This is Sam. Oh, there she is, my little Sammy, gonna play with her little blue butterfly. And in all fairness, I've seen some posts on the Book of Faces from Nancy that were just not, we all have a streak. None of us are golden. We all have a streak. Okay, so we're now going to get ready to initiate Sam. If we can, we're going to wake up the auto. There it is. We're going to wake it up. Here we go. Welcome, Sammy. Sam is a sensory activity monitor.
Charles.
And this is my brainchild. I invented Sam.
Protect.
If you would like to get one that you can download on your phone or iPad, you can find it in the psychic shop, and it is $10 one-time fee.
Michael.
Who, I think I know who Michael is.
Eerie.
Yeah, eerie. Let's see what kind of mild presence, and it's coming from
John.
John. Okay, John's energy out now, please. If you're hanging.
Verdict.
We need. Thank you, Dee.
Ranger Station. Silver pendant.
It's a web app. Thank you. These are new glasses.
Homicide.
And there
Candace.
And there you have it. I'm going to stop this for a second. I want you to see this for a second.
Robert.
I heard today, oh, love the glass. Listen, I wish I had these glasses. I could say, I could be one of those sellers on the Talkie Tip shop. Have you ever seen them? Ladies, have I got a deal for you? 15.95 gets you 5 pairs of readers. This is my favorite pair, although they've got blue, they've got red, they've got pink. That right? Hello. I get them all from the Talkie Tick shop and they're 1.25 readers. I want to tell you something that I heard today about Candace. Her last name starts with an O. I'm not spreading misinformation. I'm just saying be watchman. Someone said that there was an obituary that would be posted tomorrow. Now, I don't believe that's going to happen. And, she's been very vocal on many things, which she's allowed to be. That is her constitutional right. And you can agree, you don't have to, whatever the case may be. Thank you there, Risa. But I just want you to know, because sometimes these little campaigns are almost to prepare. I don't know anything. I'm not stating that as fact, but I'm just going to tell you what I do know. When one Charlie Kirk was given the ticket to the upper room, I'm going to say it that way. The day that happened, I was looking on Amazon and I found that someone had posted a book. And it was already dated in the future. And I tried to save it really fast and it was taken down. My eyes are brown. And it was taken it was taken down so quickly I couldn't even get a screenshot of it. And if anything happens, I'll update you through the community tab. Yes, and I saw where Sam said Michael. You see how that could be a connection? Think, possibly, not accusing anyone, possibly, sort of, kind of. The Talkie Tick shop has all kinds of sunglasses, glasses. That's where I get mine because I break them and I lose them and all kinds of other things. So just, yeah. Okay, give me a second. I got to check on something. All right, we're here. We're going to go for a little bit, as long as you guys are not, look at me. As long as you guys are not tired, I probably will have to eat sometime, but I don't have to right now. 1,500 people, welcome, and please do me a favor. When you come in, you see this right here? That's DNA, and I'd like to have you put it right on the like and the subscribe button, or you could just bump the subscribe button. And when you do it, do me a favor and look at the screen and go, your mother. And that will make me happy. I'll feel that you're doing. I cut my own hair. I do my own stuff. I don't trust anybody. I've gone in with long hair and come out with hair up above my ears. That happens no longer. I don't have an email and I don't take any information like that because, believe me, I'm probably very sure that I know. They do have, these are blue blockers on the Talkie Tick shop, and I've seen them go up to 3.5 and 4 point. These are 1.25. You can, So anyway, let's get back. We'll stay a little longer. We'll stay a little long. Get hello. We are getting grilled cheese here. Did Jesus have a grill? Okay, here we are. We're getting back to, but it said Candace, and I wanted to make you all aware that Candace O. Yes, these are blue blockers or blue blockers. Here we are. Audio is ready. Initiate the scan. There we are.
Ruined monastery. Nancy.
What about Nancy? What about Nancy?
Power.
So there was power.
Forgotten Hollow.
Wow.
Jane Doe.
I think that's kind of
Felicia.
I think Nancy is.
Evidence missing.
Yes. That I believe. That
open file.
It is an open file. I just had to do that. I'm sorry, guys. You know, hey, hello. We're family.
Under bridge.
Under the bridge. The house might know.
Panic attack.
I think that's when I saw Nancy in the chair, and I'm not going to go back and do that again. That was too hard.
Nicole.
Who's Nicole?
Underground tunnel.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Paramedic.
We have more underground tunnels in the United States than anyone would like to know.
Ember. Jade.
You know, there was a case that happened, and it was, I think, up in New Jersey.
Channel.
Where this young man was doing a little bit of grave robbing, and I haven't heard anything about him.
Exist. Release.
Let me look at that case.
Struggle. Marlene.
He's considered to be a grave robber.
Somebody knows.
Somebody does know. His name is Jonathan Christian Gerlach from Pennsylvania.
Ella.
What's going on with him now? Oh, well, he faces 574 state charges, including
Forgotten signal.
multiple counts of burglary,
Fire.
Things being done with corpse, desecration of historical.
Ritual hall.
Tell me about the witch. And all kinds of other things.
Lorraine.
But where is he? What's going on with him now? I haven't heard anything about this guy. 500.
Planted evidence.
Are we talking about John O'Keefe? Or are we talking about
Confirm.
missing out of Buckeye?
Torn journal. Case reopened. Shadow witness.
Yes. Because, you know, my friends.
Candle chamber.
Whoa, why did your voice change?
Mistwood.
Did you hear that? That was a voice change. I didn't enable that.
Beth.
Careful, no names in the chat, please.
Neighbor.
Thank you, Pebbles,
Whispering
my darling.
pines.
Whispering pines, whispering pines. Yes, there was Standing Stones. New eyes on the K. Any
timeline
commercials in the settings? Your voice off. I can't do anything about the commercials, and I'm very sorry.
Interrogation.
I mean, I have no way
Death
of
Valley.
knowing. As far as I know,
binary
system. Okay, so that voice came from the binary system.
Wanda.
A fish? Who's Wanda? Thank you, Elaine.
Prison. Officer John.
Okay, so Officer John's energy wants to come through.
Autumn. Hidden room.
Love you back, my darling.
Memory loss. Answer me.
Well, you know, sometimes you just got to be.
Missing person. Sacred.
Even subscribers.
Crime lab.
Get commercials.
Buried record.
We do get paid from commercials, yes. It's based on the views. And believe me,
sepulcher.
Oh, that's interesting. It's based on
sealed envelope.
A very small amount per 1,000. That's, you know, so give you an idea.
Jen. Patagonia.
Jawbone?
Phantom frequency.
Oh, so do we have a phantom? That must be John's frequency coming
Echo
in.
chamber. Nightmare. Sacred chamber. Unmarked grave.
That's what I believe.
Victim.
That's what I believe. No, thank you, though. Super fun. No, we don't want to do that, though. Thank you.
Fire.
Patagonia does come up all the time.
Iron Crown.
Iron Crown.
Storm Ridge. Smoke.
You're right, Karen. This whole thing is a complete nightmare. I still
Last
say
transmission.
they need to get that sonar.
Candle.
By the way, my darlings, they just used the sonar I was seeing in another case in Louisiana.
Hidden camera.
And guess what? And see, that I feel too, that there was a camera in the house. And I feel
Detective Ryan.
Yes, and I feel that there are some pictures or some photographs that are from inside of the house that they're not releasing on
Morning Bridge.
purpose. That's what I believe.
Jane Doe. Silent Line.
I do remember the coyotes. That's a spiritual sign.
Unsolved.
Yes. What direction is that coming from? Northwest. So that energy is coming from, it would be where I am. That would
Ranger Station.
be Arizona. Yeah, I believe that.
Portal.
I believe that too. And my question is, how did they know in the complaint that that was the last place that they saw her? Unless they had something. Because, they could definitely.
Under the Floor.
Silence of the Lamb. They could well, let me walk back on that a minute. But.
Ranger Station.
They could definitely know information that they're not telling the family for a reason. And I don't know about you. However, we have not seen much from Cameron at all. Gee, I wish I had a peace pipe. Chloe, here goes the phantom frequency again. He followed Chloe. Huh. That's interesting.
Jade. Field.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting
Forgotten.
I'm kind of getting the Dexter thing. I agree.
Brother.
How would you see, brother Cameron? How would you know what she's wearing or what she's not wearing?
Gather.
How would you know that that was the last place she was seen in her home? How would you know that?
Haunted memory.
Yeah, the Uber, I meant to say that.
Carpathians.
Oh, what about the Carpathian? Something about the Carpathian Ark? I hope not.
Crying child.
There's portals all around. There's portals in the Carpathian Ark. And there's
Sister.
any place you see mountain ranges, portals. Dense, deep forest, portals.
Final warning.
The Appalachian Mountains, Great Smoky Mountains, the Grand Teton Mountains, portals. Now the Uber
False
driver,
lead.
The Uber driver was interviewed, as far as I understand.
Zenith.
There's portals everywhere, believe me.
Forgotten. Hear me.
We're listening. We're hearing you. We're listening. We want let's focus and funnel your energy. Not
Fault.
and John, we want to know about
Interference
Nancy.
pattern.
Just a minute, I got to look up some Carpathian. What's going on with the Carpathian arc and the
Deleted messages.
Oh, that was a okay. I do believe somebody deleted some messages, but John, is this John's energy?
C. Name. Unknown female.
Unknown female. Who is the unknown female?
Buried record.
Buried record is what that meant. What's the buried record?
Black sedan.
Uh-huh.
Mistwood. Not guilty. Deception. Stay silent. Nightmare.
Okay, my darlings, I think we're going to go back to the other one.
Jade.
Yeah, I think we're going to terminate the scan here. Thank you, Sammy. Give me a second. We're going to change. Here we go. We came where we started all over again. Jade, I know. Pardon me, tickle. I've got a joke for you. Do you know how a cat likes its steak? Dominant again. Here we go. This one doesn't talk. I'll do the talking. This is how a cat likes its steak. Are you ready? I hope you all get that. See, I laugh at my own jokes. Yeah, can't wait till here. Sound is coming. There you go. Can't wait for that to happen. Not to me, of course. All those people in Canton, you better start wearing white underwear, white socks, and white shirt. Get your white chonies out. Because when they come in the middle of the night, they don't provide those things, and you just better be sleep with the white. Response. I don't know. Pardon me. I have the perpetual tickle. Pardon me. Thank you all for sending me your little gifts and all that other stuff. Oh, and Mary Ellen, thank you so much for the iced coffee. I appreciate you so much. I just want you to know that, I used to have a link. It was the Ko-Fi link. Pardon me, just a second. Give me a second. Anyway, the coffee or the Ko-Fi link that we used to put up here, 8 o'clock coffee. See, I'm going to tell you what, I don't believe in any spirits or any entities. You cannot believe that. How do you know who they are? You don't. You can't verify. I can say George Washington came in and talked to me. How would we know that? We don't. And I would not take it as gospel, because you don't know what things will tell you to get you to do something or not. So now, the kitties are here. Riley is sleeping in a box. Petey is sleeping in a box with him. So they're good. They're just chilling. Eight what? Were there 8 people involved? You not. How does that make sense? You not. Well, I've not seen that before. You not. You not. Probably Bilbo you will never see. Some of the kitties have, Scooby has she's got bad psoriasis. Bilbo has bad psoriasis. Shaggy meows continuously. Riley, if I lay down in the bed, both arms go around my neck, and he lays here and purrs all night. Oh, Elvis. No, that's okay. Don't worry about that, darling. But yes, I industry, the U-Not industry. What is a U-Not industry? Petey, he does the silent meow. Petey loves my son, so the silent meow is my son will walk through the room and he'll just go, it's that pitiful, I can't even muster a meow for you because I just need you to hold me and pet me because I know I'm so cute. Your teens from San Luis Obispo invaded Phoenix for 60 right before Nancy's. Emily, my rascal cat will meow all the time too. Oh my gosh. I keep telling meowing is for humans, and he takes it literally. 8 was one of the wrench attack operators. Oh, wow. 8 and Red Signal Chat. They got 2 teens from, oh, wow. Well, good that they got them. What about this Emily? I want to know about the witches. I want to go. I want to confront them. Trained. What are they trained? They all my kitties are. Um, Bilbo is the oldest, and then Riley, and then we skipped over a litter because I lost them both, and then it is now Petey, Shaggy, Scooby, and Benji is gone. So it's Petey, Shaggy, and Scooby. So they are all at, at least minimum 8 years old within. Sorry, I have to duck out for a minute, just again. Yes, Patty, Bilbo is the daddy. I got to tell you this too. When Sam was on her way out, Bilbo was laying there with us because I was holding her. And she was reaching for Bilbo. It was like that awe moment. And, uh, you know, and Bilbo's typical man. I said, Bilbo, you cow, you know. And so finally he was there with her. So it was Bilbo, me was with Sammy. No pickles. It is it's a verification thing. I don't really use the cup of coffee thing and the Covey thing that we used to have here. I meant to tell you that the um they started asking me for my address, and they started asking me for what products I sold. Well, I don't directly sell products. Everything goes through um psychic, or the psychic shop at True Oracle. So they couldn't accept that I was just here. They wanted to see my merchandise, and guess what I told them? Well, somebody sent me a cup of coffee. I got that notification that somebody sent me a. Oh, and Jessica sent a gift card. Bless you, you my darling. I can't open it right now because I'm using the phone, but you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Um, it says that I got one iced coffee. You bought an iced coffee. If that's you, if your first initial starts with an M, then I got it. Your mother. That's exact. Oh, of. That's exactly what I told them. Yes, pickles. Okay, my darling. I know it's you. White tee, socks, and drawers. That's right. So I told Kofi, your mother. Your mother. That with a U. Soldier. Who is a soldier? Cameron. See, do you remember tonight? I basically said in the beginning, something is going on with Cameron. I feel there's a little bit of conflict between the two sisters and Cameron. Well, I thought they said that they drove her home that night after she was at the house. But the complaint that we read earlier says that she was last seen. I don't know. Homeland Security can get involved in this case. And I also wonder if they are, because it is interstate lines. Now, I'm not a law enforcement, I'm not a lawyer, so it's a question. So I don't know. Click. Click. That's interesting. Cameron. He's I don't believe it's calling because this app is concentrating on the energy from Nancy's house. And the remote view, for whomever was asking, I've already done that earlier. That takes a lot of energy. And when it started talking about witch and all that, I backed off because I don't want to be in that energy. Hi, Jessica, my darling. Thank you so much. Enroll. Enroll in what? Enroll in what? Well, the son, Nancy Guthrie's son, is his name is Cameron. And you know what? He's the one who told Savannah, yes, he thought it was because of her. I've also heard that, but well, I'm just not going to say because I don't know if it's true. Well, I think the fact that he's military and he's got kind of some common sense about them things, and he's been in this a while and he's a pilot, and I'm sure that he's gone through some type of security type of things where you're supposed to keep private. Hillary, thank you. Tom. Who's Tom? Here's the thing. I do not believe she was targeted for any financial. And I'm also going to tell you this. Based on what your typical, I do not believe that they went in and they're removing pacemakers and they're doing this. If this is a particular job, it's in, out. Do it as quickly as possible. Get gone. Get rid of whomever, and I hate to be that way, and go. They're not going to be, oh, did she take her meds? And maybe they took her to the corner store and bought her. No, these guys, these guys are pros to a certain degree, but pros because they're going to listen. Listen, I love Navy chiefs. My former husband was a Navy commander. He's retired now. But I'm going to tell you this. The chiefs are the backbone of the Navy. They certainly are. They know what's up. They know what's going on. I'll have to tell you that story one time. I almost joined the Navy. Anyway, silent. There's been a lot of silence from this. I don't believe that Cameron has anything to do with this at all. I believe he's disgusted. I believe he's disgusted with it. And I can almost feel that he's probably said, I worried about her. You put her on out there front, and NBC, personally, I believe you are also responsible. Hi, Jiggles. Yeah, I know. But the biggest thing is mad. Yeah, I think he's mad. I just think that Cameron's mad. I would be too. I would be too. I'd be mad, you know. And now he's a retired lieutenant colonel. Right. I would be mad too. Listen, when I was in that military machine for years and we moved around and everything else, my husband at that particular time went through, he was the executive officer of a couple of ships. And he went through so much as far as security, knowing this, knowing that. I was on the ship one night in the wardroom. That's the officers' quarters where they eat and everything else. And when he would have duty overnight, I would go and have supper with him. And while I was in there, somebody brought a knife in. They were upset. And I literally had to hide under the wardrobe table and could see them coming through the wardroom and hearing people chasing him, this person and everything. I was scared. You can bet. I went home shaking like a leaf. So they go through these security drills and they go through everything. Listen, if my brother is a retired Marine, my nephew is a Marine. I have all kinds of different, you know, and they are so trained in this sort of thing that they are trained to be suspicious right from the jump. And that's bottom line. Yeah, right? See, they even showed Nancy's bedroom on the Today Show. Thank you, Patty. I will do that. I want you to know, I mean, my husband from then and we parted on okay terms. There was not any big fight. I just gave him everything. And because I didn't want it, I didn't want to be in the middle of that. We didn't have any kids together. I just didn't want to be in it. And I had my own gig. Sharp, is that technology? And see, Danny, there you go. And I just, he was an excellent officer, excellent, and he loved his chiefs. He loved his crew. He loved the enlisted. I was not a good officer wife, only because I wasn't complicit. Woman, yes, there was a woman involved. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there was a woman involved. There is more to this, Karen, but it's an inherent risk when you start putting family members out here and everything else. This is why I don't show my son. This is why I don't show my oh, did he go to the War College, Rose? The he was up there too. He wrote several different things that they're still using in War College, whatever. Pia, who are you? Do my psychic thing. Whose channel is this? How do you know I'm not doing my psychic thing? Enough of all this other bull? Well, I tell you what, my darling, why don't you take your pull and go? Recall. What is a recall? Rude. It's just rude. Thank you, Terry. It can be a recall. It can be a military recall. It can be anything. All of this information is viable here. They could be recalling nanos. That's correct. You know, I got to tell you this. Most people want to either be a victim or they want a platform, and this is not the place for either one. Sometimes you have to take the trash out. I told my ex that, so he went down the street and dated another woman. That's true. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. I'll let them be wrong. I don't care. I don't care. Let them go do their thing. Somebody was eating and making a lot of noise. Thank you, Trish. It's all relative. Who gives a crap? I don't care. My mods are so wonderful. I sit here and see these messages just go tinky, tinky, tinky. Plastic. I saw that, Tony. That's amazing. Jen, thank you so much. I want you to know that my family, when they came over here from Garlitz and from Ireland, they fought as far back as the Revolutionary War. And we have, in my family, never lost anyone as a casualty of war. And my family is so blessed because of that. My stepdad, a threshold. Yeah, that I think there's a part of Nancy's house that is the threshold. But there were 16 kids in my dad's family. There it is again. Who is it? Who is it? And there were several boys, like 8 boys, 9 boys, and they were all in the service for World War II. Every one of them. Oh, well, Posh, bless your husband. Wish him well from me. Who's the witch? Which witch? You're a witch. Who's the witch? Tell us who the witch is. I've been asking, and see, sometimes it gets behind. And I want you to know that all this talk relaxes the energy and it puts us on the same thing. See. So is it a sea hag? Me too. I can't wait for Practical Magic 2. It comes out in September. And dang, I wish we could show. I would have a party, a watch party. We can't do it. I would get locked down for copyright. What does witch and the sea have to do with each other? It could be you, Miss Zelda. What could be you? A cliff. What could be me? I'm not a witch. Not a listen. I want you to know. I have a lot of my friends, I acquaintances that practice. Oh. Give us some tea now. Give us some tea. Thanks, mods. I can see you're doing a great job. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Look at the red energy. Oh. I need some good peach tea, a good peach pie. I would eat a peach hamburger if somebody gave. No, I wouldn't. I think there may be some things there. Well, you know what? Sometimes we have to change because if the energy flows through one better than it flows through another, last week we were doing John O'Keefe because this is a week and watching Karen, congratulations, you are free now, woman. Um whole. There's something odd there. I don't know, and I'm not even gonna say. 12. Oh, now you're talking, Debbie. Oh yeah, my darling. I would love to have a cup of tea. Give me a second. I got to check some. Thank you. I love you too. Sandra, my darling, thank you so much. You're so generous. I appreciate you. Thank you. A letter. See, there's going to be some type of evidence. Listen, there's something that is already known. But this whole thing with Cameron, and quite frankly, I'm just going to tell you, I was in that. I wasn't in military. I was a dependent, and there's difference. You have civilian, dependent, and then you're active duty, or you're retired, or you're, whatever. And it's different. It's a different life. It's a different world. But I can just tell you this. I don't blame Cameron. If that's how he feels, I don't blame him. Desperate for the truth, right, my darling? I get it. I don't blame because listen, I have friends, and a very good one that will put her house, right, Debbie? Oh my gosh, me too. But she will put her house, the street, all these things on the book of faces, pictures. Oh, here's my dog. Here's my fan. And I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. And that stuff just scares me. I mean, that's why I'm so private. That's why, you know, I show what I'm supposed to show, and that's it. Done. Everyone around me, people that I love, show what I'm supposed to show. That's it. Tom could have meant tomato. You're absolutely right, Carrie. Who is Brand? We're going to go just a few more minutes. I've seen they were all in the Navy and Army. Yeah. Bless you. Trying to figure this out under the radar, so to speak. And he's a pilot, and maybe he got. See? Especially don't put your kids on Book of Faces. That's absolutely right. People do all that stuff and then they wonder why they have problems. The SG brand. Thank you very much. That makes sense. It's branding. That's what you do. Look at my stuff. Hello. Look at how I brand things. I got to tell you this. Oh, hello. This is my girl with, she's got psoriasis so bad. So this is Scooby. She's blind in one eye. She itches, and dear gosh. So anyway, we got put more medicine on her. Right, sissy? She's a purring. She's my baby. No, Cameron is her brother. Her brother. Who's putting out who on notice? This is Scooby. Scooby don't. She misses her hair, but mommy's girl. The heartbreak of psoriasis is real. And you know what helps her? Is the beef tallow. The food grade beef tallow. Yes, that's my mommy's girl. And I've got to put some on her. There you go. Oh, snap, I love it. Thank you, Kitty. Try sardine oil for her skin. Get the food grade. Okay. Register. What do we register? Excuse me, ma'am. You cut your tooth in my hair. She's such a lover girl, blind in one eye, beat up little thing, bless her heart. Thank you, Debbie. They love it. And I want to thank you for the journal. And first of all, thank you, everybody, for the gifts and nails. And unfortunately, I don't get the gift. You send a gift receipt or a card. And I don't get it. Coconut oil, it helps her, and also the tallow helps her, the beef tallow. But they no, mommy's chicken. I have chickens. See, I think that she feels that way too. Thank you, my darlings. Uvu. She's a chicken. She's a chicken. No, Mama Sammy was I rescued her from the neighbor taking her to another city. I wanted her. And then Sam got out one day. She came home. And you know what? She had then a litter of kittens, and the rest is history. Senior Chief, I'm not allowed to share pictures unless he's okay. Well, you know what? You don't have to. We thank him for his service no matter what. And we get the picture, if you know what I mean. So thank you so much. Thank you, Paige. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to hold on. Don't put your fingernails in me, honey. But poor thing, she's just so scratchy. We're going to go jog. And it doesn't help because, we live in the South, and she's got that where her skin is hot. So she's just constantly at herself. I think that's what it is, Dawn, because she's a chicken eater. Believe me. Chicken, and I've got her off of that, though, now. Yes, no chicken. Yeah. Got her on the fishy stuff, but I'm worried about UTs because, kitties get UTs big time. Sometimes the all caps free. Who is free? I don't think so. Anyway, here's what we're going to do because she's needing some attention. And I'm going to take this down. This is the last word for the day, my darlings. We're going to have one last word. I will give her a little snuggle. Uvu, thank you so much. Here comes a big word. Look at that energy. And she's annoyed with me too. This tail is going ink, 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 ink. Shall. We shall overcome someday. And he could say anything either, but not excuse. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Don't put your tooth in me. Here comes another word, I think. And we'll call it a day or a night to all our active duty soldiers. That's right. And for all of you out there, appear. Okay. So that's our last word for the day, my darlings. There we go. And I'm shutting her down. What I'm going to tell you, first of all, no worries. It's fine. The cap, it's just Nightbot, but I understand some people have to write in caps all the time. Cameron is married. I'm pretty sure he is. Anyway, first of all, I want to wish each and every one of you a happy Father's Day that are the fathers. And I want to wish each and every one of you who are mothers that had to take over that father role like I did. My husband passed away when Ian was 4 years old, and it was sudden, and it was we just didn't even know. He was in the he had to go to the hospital immediately, and the next day he was gone. So it was rough for him to grow up without a dad. And I knew because having your son outside in the front lawn passing the softball or a baseball back and forth, so there you go. But I want to wish each and every one of you a very, very happy Father's Day. And happy Father's Day for the mothers that take over for the fathers that have had to step in. Because I say that the same thing on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the fathers who've had to step in. Who's being sweet? It's my little chicken. Quack, quack, quack. Gonna watch HBO Max this weekend. Good for you. Oh, I love the Gilded Age. Is the new season of Gilded Age up yet? Oh, I'm sorry, Pickles. Thank you so much. Isn't Tom A's husband? Yes, Tom is A's husband. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I will take the Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Now, we've got some more gifts we're going to say here. And don't forget, then we've got everybody we've got to say goodnight to. We've got a new member, and her name is Tiana. Look how beautiful. And welcome, my darling, to the fold. Welcome. And then Linda, bless you, has become a member. Thank you so much. Mama Jay's has been a member. She's been here for 11 months. Thank you. Elvis Cat, I say God bless everyone who is working to keep Nancy's case alive. I agree. They should not be harassed. I agree. Burley, new member, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Oh, look. So I love looking at your profile pictures, everybody. Look at you, my darling, for N6NP. That's code for I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. D. Hunter, another 10, generous for being a good Cheeto girl. That's right. Thank you for your time and efforts. You are loved and respected by this community. Thank you so much. And that means so much to me, my darlings. Thank you. He is so blessed to have me in his life. Oh my goodness. I love it. I wish I knew all the words to Carol Burnett's Goodbye song. I used to sing that a lot, and I don't remember it anymore. Why? What is it? I'm so glad we had this time together. Is that it? Just, that's too loud. Just to have a laugh and sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. We're going to be making up the Help I'm Haunted because I got a story. We're going to do Run, Run. That one, I know you guys are loving it. But do me a favor, if you haven't already, it really helps. And it helps me to go to the channels. They're in the description. Just watch if you want. And thank you so much for your kind. And there's a new anime channel that I am doing guest voiceovers for. Her name is, well, it's kind of based on somebody. Anyway, it's Adles the Last. And if you want to just go over there, and I put it in the community tab, but go over there and just click. Do me that favor. I'm going to put it right here for you. And you can click on it. Oh, it's this fall. I love the Gilded Age. But I'm a sucker for all that stuff, Here it is. This is the channel. If you wouldn't mind stepping over there and saying hello, and just click. It's a minute 37 opener prologue episode. You're going to hear me voiceover. You might hear me again because I love that kind of thing. I love doing the voiceovers. But thank you. Okay, hold on. We learned from our holistic vet to feed non-green cat food that can help skin issues. Maybe that will help. Also, probiotics for cats. Poor Scoop. Yes, and Bilbo's kind of like, but he's not as bad. But coconut oil and organic, and the beef tallow really, really help. But thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. Thank you very much. I will announce we may have an extra little Help I'm Haunted this week, if I can pull it together. Jessica, I'm so sorry. I don't have anything that you can communicate or anything directly with me. I mean, that's just, I'm sorry. I just don't have that. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thanks so much for being here. But hang out, my darlings, because now wait a minute. You see that I'm not doing that. Who put their finger up? I mean, their little thumb. Who did that? Who do that? Don't forget, my darlings. And oh, if I were to look that good. Don't forget. Now, we're going to be showing the outro. You know how it is. And stick around and say goodbye to everybody and wish them a rest of the wonderful weekend. We've been on here for 3 hours and it feels just like 30 minutes. I love you guys. Where is this? Hello. What is this? Oh, because I've got my thumb there like that, I guess. Okay. Whatever you say. Anyway, my darlings, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, True Oikle. And thank you to my beautiful mods who constantly have my back, and they have yours as well. I have a little something I want to play for you, and this is for all of the That's pretty cool, isn't it? I haven't played that in a long time. I've got to get back to that. I got to get back to that. And here we are again. And that's for all of you who always give me the nice little gifts and all. You know me. If you don't know me by now, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. Ooh, yes. Anyway, if you don't know me by now, you know I like to make all these little things, all these channels, all the anime, all the whatever. And I'm going to tell you, I got one of the nicest compliments today, and I have to share that with you. And it's because I know a lot of people don't like AI. I don't like it either. I'm going to tell you why. I don't like it when it's made to fool people. But, most of the movies and the series and the docuseries and so forth, they've been using this for years. It's just now become available. But I had someone share something that was so kind, and they said, I don't like AI, but I've been watching your channels and your things, and I've really come to respect the talent that it takes. Now, not that I'm so talented, I've got a lot to learn. But that means a lot to me because sometimes anymore you can't express yourself. We have now become a very visual society. And for as many things as people don't like, we all want to see a movie. We all want to see a series. We all want to see an episode. We all want to see it. And if I can, I'm here to bring it to you. So I want to thank you. And I'm just like this little anime channel, I'm here to help that person if they want to do it. I'm for it. And you never know, I might show up with white hair one day with violet tips. Word. Here we go with the outro, my darlings. Thank you so much. I love you. You guys are wonderful. I appreciate you being here. And here we go. And I will see you again this week. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend and happy Father's Day. Bye for now. They'll tell you the facts are clear, but the truth always flickers between the lines. In every shadow, there's a secret that refuses to stay buried. Clues hide in symbols, and sometimes even fate won't show its hand. Voices echo not just from the living, but from the silence they leave behind. I'm Lady Zelda. This is Seeing Crime, where what's hidden doesn't stay hidden for long. Until next time, keep watching. What?
The garage, essentially. It's a garage, essentially.